I am inviting my next speaker, Dr. Ali Al-Sherbaz, who will be talking about AI in cybersecurity. I had the pleasure to talk to him yesterday about that, and it's magnificent. And he will show you even a better model than I have. Oh, may I tell them? Which speaks more languages than mine.
Hi, can you hear me? How are you doing? Good morning, still morning. Thank you for Professor Diari and Dr. Jumaili for setting up this great conference. Before I start my talk, I would like to introduce you my AI assistant. I called him Chris. So I've been working with him for a while now, and I would like to talk to him. Hi, Chris, how are you doing? I trained him to talk in Arabic, English, and Kurdish. Hi, Chris. How are you doing? We finally made it to Erbil conference. Can you say a few words to the audience? Chris, it's not the time to make me embarrassment.
Here's a brief welcome message in Arabic, English, and Kurdish. أهلا وسهلا بكم جميعا.
Chris, can you hear me now? Sorry. All right, Chris, let's recap now. Now I would like to introduce you to the audience. We have 500 people in the room, and please introduce.
Ali, I can hear you. How can I assist you further?
Please introduce yourself. Don't do it. Please introduce yourself now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris. I'm here to assist Ali today. We're delighted to have you all here. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome the audience in Arabic, Kurdish Sorani, and Kurdish Badinani.
Of course, Ali. Here are the welcome messages in the requested languages. Arabic. أهلا وسهلا بكم جميعا في فصلنا المتقدم. يسعدنا جدا أن تكونوا معنا اليوم. بخور بن حموتان بو آمج قاريه كاني أما. زور خوشحاين لقا أو بونمان. بخور بن حموتان بوان بولا.
Thank you, Chris. I can see that. Thank you very much. Chris, I think you have a strong accent in your Arabic and Kurdish language. So I'm going to ask the audience to use you, and I will test you in 6 months to improve your Arabic and Kurdish accent. All right. Today, we're going to talk about cybersecurity in AI. And AI, how does that work? This is Ali Sherbaz, assistant professor in University of Cambridge, United Kingdom. So I'm going to focus on these 3 topics about AI, cybersecurity, and how is UK government doing on that. Now you are talking, so let me just stop you. Now you're talking, Chris, okay? Now, let me show you how AI in principle works. This is in the mid of 19s, if you are young enough like me, in the mid of 19s, that was the MSc and PhD research. If you look at the left-hand side, your left-hand side, we have a drawing shape, and on the right-hand side, this is a classification using AI based on the shape. In the middle, these boxes, we call them neural network. It's a set of numbers which makes that decision. So when we teach them, it's iteration of numbers based on sum of product and product of sum to classify. That was a problem in the mid of 90s. Nowadays, a 10 years old can do that. Nowadays, we have something called GPT. What does that mean? It's a generative, pre-trained transformer. What does that mean? Generative, it's generate text based on training and probability system. Pre-trained, we need data to train this model to make a decision based on the data. The new things happen in November 2022, where the ChatGPT released, is They create this mathematical model so complicated, and they put every single word in a vector, and this vector being focused to another vector, and these being generated the new AI which I'm talking about. And that is the great development which can create text to voice, voice to text to voice, as I mentioned, and also we have text to video as well, and text to image, as Professor Song mentioned this morning. And how does that relate it to cybersecurity? Well, it does relate it, because AI and generative AI is going to play a major role of that. How does that work? So let's see how these type of attacks are most powerful in cyber threats and how they use the AI on that. So cyber criminal, they are going to use AI desperately to create malware viruses, and these cybersecurity attacks is more efficient because they are using deep fakes. I'm going to mention what does that mean, attack, real voiceover, email, personalized information in order to focus on a certain target to make efficient attack. That all using AI. And that is a danger, and that's a challenge. The other things is when they create a malware. AI can be used to cyber attack using a machine learning algorithms to identify vulnerabilities in the system to create a specific malware to attack certain system. The other things also a challenge is the social engineering using AI to attack people. Make phishing, and it will be more convincing and more personalized to attack to make phishing. So finally, AI is going to be cyber criminal, where they will be more dynamic, more adaptive threats than ever because of the AI. What we should do is we have to verify the challenges, and we have to be up to date on the latest attack. And of course, we need a clear cybersecurity policy to apply. Now, what are the solutions for that? It's investing in the best security tools, conducting regular audits in our systems, and bearing in mind cyber criminal always, they are going to use AI for their own benefit. Now, let's admit something. We inherited a broken internet. In the mid-70s, when they created the internet, they haven't considered the security. Nowadays, we have to do that. And because of this mistake, we pay the bill now, and all these problems, the cybersecurity we have, because of that mistake in the mid-70s when they created the internet. People surprised, this is not the queen, that's not her behavior, this is a deep fake. And that was a clever cybersecurity awareness message to the public and from the top person in the country. And they just said, this is me, that wasn't the queen, so be careful about any deep fake because that's going to be the problem in the future. Now, the other things we have is the phishing attack and how the AI will use that. I mean, whatever we put, security concern, password, we will have this phishing with a nice face and they hide the monster in it. Because people don't believe that, but 90%, 91% of any phishing attack start with either email or SMS message. The problem is 32% are successful. So people does need some awareness and training to reduce this 32-bit. Believe it or not, Ministry of Defense in the UK been attacked last month, and they on 6th of May, and there are 270,000 record being stolen about the British Army. Can you imagine that? Just last month, because of the new technology and development in AI. Now, we have another type of attack, we call it watering hole attack. What does that mean? It means if cyber criminal would like to attack a certain company, They start with their employees, and offer them certain website in order to inject malware in their devices, and then they will take this malware to the company, and then they attack the server. And we have one example 4 years ago, 4 years ago, by a very popular company in charge with the energy sector in the UK. They attack the admin, they steal their password, but the server, and they were planning to shut down the electricity in the UK, but they stop it in the last minute. Now, ransomware, what does that mean by ransomware? It's when a cyber criminal locked or steal your data and locked it with a password, and they ask for money for that, and this is a very popular now to do that. So be aware about that. And that's how it works. They inject this in your devices, in your children's devices or your family devices, and they transfer it to your device, and they do the ransomware attack on time. Now, the UK government just last week released this call about cybersecurity of AI, and they are really desperate to hear from the public, private sector, public sector, academia. And these are the main important things. They highlighted the importance of AI and how does that, the role of the UK economy. That's one. The other things is about the current cybersecurity landscape. For example, 47% of AI using organization, they have a lack of specific AI cybersecurity attack. And the government keen to shape that. And ambassadors this morning mentioned the AI Safety Summit, and they also would like to create AI Safety Institute. And I was really happy by the announcement this morning. They will have an AI institute in Kurdistan region, and I'm happy to contribute on that. Also, the concept of security by design, that's been approached. International collaboration is crucial, and I wish Iraq can be part of this initiative. I really advise you to watch this episode, 6 episodes only, The Undeclared War. It just talks about how AI and cybersecurity can influence on a UK election. And please watch it. It's attack from Russia to the UK to change their public opinion about certain party. Now, can you imagine there are 10,000 attacks in Iraq every day? Why people they are attacking this country? If you look at this map, it shows you that there are 120,000 attacks in Saudi Arabia, 250,000, so 55,000 in the United Emirates, and 250,000 in the United Kingdom, and we have 1.2 million attack for Germany as a country. So we do need a defense for that, understand why these people attack certain countries, especially Iraq. Now, the most important factor is the cyber-human factor is us. We are the weakest link. We do need a cybersecurity awareness training for all Kurdish people and Arabic people in Iraq, in Kurdish language and Arabic language. That's a must. We should protect ourselves first from the weakest link, which is the cyber-human factors. Now, these topics, I'm in Cambridge, I'm in charge of these courses, and also working with many Iraqi universities to improve the curriculum, and I'm happy also to work with other universities to develop that. This is my last video. That's a 8-year-old girl. That's they change her face, make her adult, and this is in the cinema. This is her parents. She's telling them, stop publish my picture in the public, because people, they are using my face, make me adult, try to create identity theft, credit card, and make some crimes. Not only that, the surprise is they use my face to put it in a naked body to publish it in a poppy word website. No one would like to be in this situation. وهذا الموقف ما نتمنى العدونا. Be careful about that, please. Public awareness has to be that. So as a takeaway from me, we are active participants in this decision. Otherwise, the good actors have a worse AI than the bad actors. So AI is an artificial intelligence, can be used to develop human intelligence, human purpose, and human society. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. Now I welcome to the stage Dr. Karwan and Dr. Pedro, who will be talking about AI in energy and environmental tech.
Is it working? Yes. So, the title of our story today is AI in renewable energy and green energies. This work is concluded by my dear friend and colleague Pedro Pereira and myself, Karwan Sinjari. We are representing University of Evora under the sponsorship of Vision Education and Artificial Intelligence for Iraq. Yes. So every 2 minutes, the energy that reaches the Earth from the sun is equivalent to the entire annual energy consumption of the humanity. Every 2 minutes, 1 year free energy. This is something to think about it. The sources of energy that is provided or can be categorized nowadays could be fossil energy, renewable energy, nuclear energy, and biomass energy. And since we are living in beloved Kurdistan and Iraq, we are doing, me and my partner, to tackle fossil energy and renewable energy. Iraq, prior of oil and gas industry, was the gross domestic products, GDP was mainly based on the agriculture. What happened precisely in 1927, under the Kaluz-Gulbenkian activity in Baba Gurgur and Kirkuk, the oil production has started. The oil production between 30s and 40s, beginning of Iraq's transition on oil-dependent economy. That later, in 50s and 60s, during this time, the contribution of agriculture to GDP began to decline as oil revenues have increased. And so on and so forth, in 1970s, when the nationalization of the oil industry in 1970s further accelerated the Iraq dependence on oil revenues. During the war of Iran and Iraq, the agriculture share of GDP declined significantly during this year. And that was during 8 years of the war, and during the 2000s until the present time when the invasion of the United States is occurred on Iraq, the oil accounted for over 90% of Iraq's exports. The Kurdistan region of Iraq began formal oil production in the early 2000s with a significant milestone in 2007. Nowadays, only 3 to 4% in agriculture is contributing for the entire nation. Going forward, the revenues would be depleted, and my colleague would speak about fueling the future.
Thanks, Karwan. So the hydrocarbon fields, when they start to deplete or when they become to deplete, the role is not finished. So in the green energy transition, we can have, for instance, enhanced oil recovery to just increase the pressure of the reservoirs, and the residual oil and gas that we have in these reservoirs can be produced, and both we are contributing to the climate change solution, as this CO2 can be stored to produce hydrocarbons. Besides the hydrocarbon fields, we have also other additional geological storage solutions, as for instance saline aquifers and also salt caverns to store hydrogen and also some other source of energy to enable large-scale energy storage, support the renewable energy integration and development, storing the excess of renewable energy, for instance the wind and the solar. We have also it can contribute to the grid stability and reliability, and can act as a clean fuel alternative for hard-to-abate decarbonized sectors, and so on. So this is starting now just a brief introduction about H2 GeoStore project. So this is a research project that we have in University of Évora in Portugal, and is under the scope of this underground hydrogen storage, and it aims to address the geological uncertainties in subsurface for hydrogen storage, investigating different scientific problems like chemical interactions between the rock mineral formation and also the hydrogen, analyzing the efficiency impact of cyclic hydrogen injection, assessing the safety, the pressure cycles between injection and production, and so on. But also a new other green technology that is currently ongoing is called the carbon capture and storage. And this one aims truly to mitigate the climate change, even with the oil running on in the future, accelerate the decarbonization of economy and also industry sectors, balance the energy mix, enabling flexible energy systems, and most importantly, achieve net zero goals and also negative emissions, which means we are capturing more than we are producing CO2 to the atmosphere. So under this scope, there is a project not only in the University of Évora, but also with another 18 project partners from 7 countries, which is called Pilot Strategy. So this is totally funded by European Commission, 10 million euros project, and this is a 5 years R&D project that we are developing, and we aim to scale up the CO2 storage and propose the implementation of CO2 injection wells from the pilot scale and in the future to the commercial scale in these countries that are here, and focusing mainly on industrial regions from Southern and Western Europe, and support the CCS technology development and implementation. So the first example that we use AI, for instance, in this project is regarding the seismic activity tracking using machine learning type of AI. And in this case, what we aim is just using the implementation of seismic monitoring using seismometers in the field in different areas of the country where we are addressing, and collecting real-time data from the field. They are analyzed using these artificial intelligence algorithms for consistency and accuracy analysis, and mainly because of the earthquakes, we track the natural seismicity and the induced seismicity that may occur. Another example, and I will briefly go through 10 examples, this is more the AI role in the energy sector in general, not only oil and gas or these green technologies, as for instance, they can be used for energy forecast and grid management. So one example is this Google DeepMind collaborated with UK's National Grid ISO to improve the wind power predictions and also the solar. So solar, this is important for the mid and long term, for instance, in Iraq and the Kurdish region, because there's a lot of sun here, as like, for instance, in Portugal. So how can we optimize solar power? Well, we can have the panel orientation and fault detection using several AI algorithms, and from these we can also identify some malfunctions and try to improve it. Another example should be the energy storage management. And in this case, for instance, the battery optimization, and also to provide some response on the demand and also improve it. And in this case, you can optimize energy storage cycles, not only at the surface for hydrogen, but also from the subsurface, like deep down in the subsurface, and also this kind of applications. Another one should be the smart grids. So we can have the AI working for the real-time analysis and integration, and you can optimize the smart grid operations by analyzing energy demand and real-time managing, integrating the renewable energy in the national grids, and so on. So one that is doing for a long time ago, like drilling for oil and gas, for instance, but now we can optimize. This is important. Instead of doing the traditional methods, we can use, for instance, Bayesian optimization for drilling efficiency and improving our decision making about the drilling, where we are going to drill, how can we optimize and integrate all these wells, injecting and producing. Another one should be the energy consumption optimization. So AI can leverage different algorithms that exist nowadays to analyze and optimize the energy use, leading to more efficient consumption and cost savings throughout the process. And this is another example. So apart from this one, I have 4 final examples on this in the green energy transition. So for instance, regarding the CO2, as I mentioned, we have the storage process and we can optimize it. So in this case, using AI to the efficiency of CO2 storage processes and optimize storage methods to reduce emissions and also tackling the sustainability in energy sector. Another one, it's the real-time monitoring and leakage detection. So in this case, as we are injecting CO2, we need to see if there are any leakage through the pipelines, through the reservoir, and we can do it in real time through AI to monitor and detect this leakage in the system, and also make sure that safety and environmental protection are assured during this process. So another one, as we need apart from the hydrocarbon fields, we need also these additional geological options. It's also important for the reservoir characterization and site selection. For instance, in this case, for hydrogen geological storage, AI can conduct rigorous scientific evaluation of the geological formations, facilitating precise and optimized sites regarding performance and safety. And the last example that I provide you here it's the optimization of injection and withdrawal process. So as we see the exit of the renewable energy, we can convert it chemically to hydrogen storage, and when we need it, we just chemic out from the subsurface. And so we can optimize these injection and withdrawal cycles, and it's the final example. So, Karwan, now the word is yours.
Yes. So my friend Pedro and I, we made a question to our friend, like the other. How can AI be utilized to enhance the integration of renewable energy in Kurdistan and Iraq? And what steps should the authorities and the citizens to take to maximize its impact on the sustainability? We asked this question to the AI, and we are going to see what was the responses of AI. This is a question that we addressed to the AI when the answers comes, and that was between me and them. So the image that you are seeing is also generated by the artificial intelligence, which a colleague of mine did not like, I don't know why. So it comes with these points. Launch public awareness campaign to educate citizens on the benefits of green technologies and encourage widespread adoption by 2024. Foster partnership with the tech information, with the tech firms, and this one is not working now, with the tech firms and research institutions to develop AI-driven solution tailored to the Iraqi unique energy needs by 2025. And the same gentleman is coming, establish data-driven predictive maintenance protocols using artificial intelligence, ensure the efficiency and renewable energy infrastructure. What's happening is artificial intelligence is recommending proposals how to integrate and how to see and how to integrate the future. And this is a model that can be enhanced through research, modeling, analysis, and optimization. The algorithms helps you, and with an academic approach, one can conclude and get more efficient data to make better decision making process, and this is very important. It's happening nowadays. This work is being conducted by myself and my colleague, Dr. Pedro. I would like to thank Professor Diari for this amazing, and Ambassador Sinjari to collect all of us and the needs to transform, to transit from to the energy. Thank you so much for vision education, the artificial intelligence. This work is under University of Portugal. Thank you so very much. Muito obrigado. Shukran jazilan. Zorso spas.